Alright, sounds wild and all that stuff, but I told you all the concept of before on warning of things happening in life, in lively events, alright? So, of course, end up being Taz and all that stuff, and he's like, what? Unbelievable. Picked the wrong Pokemon? Of course. In the same instance, he keeps his Pokeball and he has it out like that. And it kind of looks like he's trying to capture Blast, but it's strange. You know? He returns Squirtle, but he leaves it like that. Like he's trying to capture Blast. Like he wish it was his. So, of course, you know, everybody's excited. And Professor calms and quiets everything down a bit. He's like, excellent. If you win, you earn prize money, and your Pokemon will grow. Battle other trainers and make your Pokemon strong. Now, when he says that, it goes into Taz's mind, and he's like, okay, I'll make my Pokemon battle and toughen it up. Stefan, Gramps, smell you later. Well, no. If you want to, he can also say it in concept. Everybody, smell you later. You know what I mean? Then he dips off. Of course, he sounds and has the sound of Gary's music, but in my mind, hopefully, it'll be some type of like music. Like he'll have his own. Like they'll have their own, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Now, as it will be if you do beat your rival and all that stuff. If you do happen to come up and talk to the professor, and going back to explaining the game, you know, so Stefan, raise your young Pokemon by making it battle. It has to battle for it to grow. So, you know, he can say that to me afterwards if you like while I'm down there. And give him a hug. Well, you know. Or, you know, I can return him, but that's if you don't want to make it a little sentimental. And of course, you know, we enter back out, and of course, as it will be, you know, the girl's not at the posted sign no more. Now, it's a heartbreaker. You don't know and understand what she'll say, but she'll just say like, interesting and all that stuff, and she'll just move over to the side and she'll like read it, and then she'll read the sign and then she'll say trainer tips. Press start to open the menu. Okay. But now you know, if you're doing the task of ignoring her while she's there in the beginning, you will not get to see her at the sign no more. She's just free. So, of course, signs are useful, aren't they? And of course, she came down here to it, so she's looking at it, you know. So it's alive. So when it sinks in, you'll see it, you'll understand. So of course, I'm gonna talk to this guy next. Of course, he looks at me, says, "Technology is incredible. You can now store and recall items and Pokemon data via PC." So you'll see about that also. Of course, as it will be, I will go back to the house. Of course, she kind of signals it that I should. Anyway, come over here, see Mom. She's like, "Stefan, you should take a quick rest," which is definitely needed for us. So of course, as your trainer or you being on your adventure, you go back to your mom, you can get a good rest. Now, to be honest, I rested twice, but I think the professor heals you when you're done anyway. But as it is, when he gets exhausted, his nature that we find out later, which I'll explain again later anyway, is blaze, and it ups the fire moves. when he's in caution mode, or in exhaustion sometimes. It depends on how, like, the toll of the effect of the move that hits him for him to land like a critical, or land an attack that's strong enough to take his opponent down. But right here, as you see now, you can go and start moving towards the grassland and start going on our adventure of this route. And it's Route 1. Of course, I did not get disturbed or bothered by any Pokemon while walking through. But as soon as I'm about to read this sign, out of nowhere, the Rattata female comes. Level 3. Now, I wanted to get into the concept of somehow the Pokédex is able to read if they are female. And it would just, you know what I mean? It should state it like Rattata female, Rattata male. You know what I mean? Instead of just, you know, the image. It can be there for the game, but like for the Pokédex, it would be kind of cool. For a while done. And of course, we'll get to that concept whenever we come back out. But of course, we seeing this Rattata, it just shows me going on adventure Route 1, you know? And of course, you know, I'm following the footsteps of Taz, practically just going to go into battle and make my Pokemon stronger. And of course, it just shows me on the route, and me getting nervous and seeing this Rattata, of course, instinctively, I tell him to do growl. Now, mainly in my best part and the best luckiness of him being him doing growl, and him being brave, it helps. You know, so he might be keeping that. So, of course, as it's known, he does tail whip. The Rattata does tail whip, so of course, after me doing this, telling him to scratch it, tell him to do growls again, so it doesn't hit him as hard. I'm trying to figure out about Rattata, but I don't know it's Rattata yet. I'm just seeing this Pokemon and just battling it and fighting it. So of course, he hits his second scratch and he's exhausted. He does the tail whip again. So of course, in this instance, I just tell him to do scratch again, and he's down. He gains his experience as it's known secretly and all that, but of course it says Route 1, Town to Viridian City, okay? So I'm gonna try to top line this and, you know, post it that way or something, okay? Now this guy, he's here, and we'll talk and we'll see him, but in this instance, if it was a game development or new game development, he's not here right now, secretly. So we're going to continue and go more further down the route. Of course, the route's further and larger than it seems, but I'll get into the concept of explaining about how the routes are developed and all that stuff, like how long and the length and all that stuff, and how that's concepts. But I wanted to first foremost to explain and let it be known, you see this little patch of grass underneath Rattata, that is the battle scene. If there wasn't no battle scene, of course, it would be just blank screen. Some people like it like that for the old-fashioned way, some people like the new battle scene style, so it's tomato or tomato. Of course, me knowing this is Rattata, I just tell him to scratch. And then tell him to growl, of course, yes. As, you know, viewers probably were thinking, like, I meant, can't tell him to scratch all the way. Now, he's getting better, as you see, he's starting to get comfortable, but of course, in the instance when he lands a scratch and this Rattata gets exhausted, he hits a critical, okay? Now, what I want to really explain that I would have missed out